And while discussing it, I have already mentioned the Hindu Marriage Act, the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. As I have already told you that before the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 came into force, before that the Hindu male members of a family could marry for several times, and polygamy was allowed, vastly allowed in our society. But there was lots of conflicts regarding, the uh, proprietary rights of those several wives and children who were born out of those wedlock. So, to make the problem precise, and as a citizen of a civilized society, as during the British rule, the light of Renaissance came to enlighten us. So there was also a revolution within the society. And as a result of it, Hindu Marriage Act 1955, it came into force. So what is there under the provisions of Hindu Marriage Act? What are the conditions of a valid marriage? तो मैरिज को लीगल होना चाहिए, और लीगल होने के लिए to make a marriage legally valid, what conditions we have to fulfill? Like there are certain age criteria. There are some other aspects, like the person should give their consent, which is not accord by kind of coercion, fraud, or misrepresentation. The parties to the marriage should be of sound mind, and there are several other conditions to make a marriage legally void. Next comes what are the prohibited relationships under Hindu law? What are the degrees of prohibited relationships? Like there are certain relationships under Hindu law where marriage between these kinds of relationships, or people, two persons between whom this kind of relationship exists, they are prohibited to marry under the prohibition of Hindu Marriage Act. Next comes also under the condition of valid marriage, there has to be certain rituals which you have to follow, which you have to abide by to make the law legally valid. Apart from Hindu Marriage Act, there are also a Special Marriage Act as well, which is, actually people from any kind of religion. It is neutral to the religions. That is, Special Marriage Act. People from any kind of religious background, they can also register their marriage under, Special Marriage Act. But the ritualistic marriage, যে বিয়েটা হিন্দু বিয়েতে তোমরা জানো যে রিচুয়াল গুলো ফলো করে বিয়ে হয়, and the provisions of this ritualistic marriage and what are the rights followed by, এগুলো হচ্ছে সব হিন্দু ম্যারেজ অ্যাক্ট 1955 এর আন্ডারে আসে. Next comes what are the grounds for divorce. That means it is not that once you get married, you are forced to, within the framework of marriage, even if you feel that you should come out of the wedlock. So there are grounds for divorce. If you are willing to break the wedlock, if you want to come out of the marriage, there are certain grounds which have been mentioned under Hindu Marriage Act. So agar us grounds आपको there are several grounds like cruelty, mental and physical cruelty, unsoundness of mind, that is legal insanity. And there are some other grounds as well. If this kind of reasons, this kind of grounds are present within your marriage, and you are willing to come out of the wedlock regarding any of the reasons or specific circumstances which has been mentioned under Hindu Marriage Act, you can file for separation and divorce, dissolution of marriage. Next, there are void and voidable marriage. What is the difference between void and voidable marriage? Like void means void ab initio. Like you are doing something which is legally invalid from the very point of inception, from the very beginning. It is called void marriage. And what is voidable marriage? A marriage which you can ratify, like you can support. So there are grounds, ये आप कोर्ट में जा सकते हो, मैरिज को नालीफाई कर सकते हो, करोगे या नहीं करोगे आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करते हैं. आप अगर रेटिफाई कर रहे हो, इफ यू आर सपोर्टिंग द मैरिज इट विल रिमेन, इफ यू आर नॉट सपोर्टिंग it will be nullified by the court. So there is void and voidable marriage. Next, there are rights, interpersonal rights. Like rights to alimony, etc. So under the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, we are getting all these provisions, and it is governing the marriage and interpersonal relationship between the spouses in a Hindu marriage. Next, we are coming to the Hindu Succession Act 1956. The Hindu Succession Act 1956. So, যেরকম আমরা অলরেডি ডিসকাস করলাম যে হিন্দু ম্যারেজ অ্যাক্ট 1955 এর আন্ডারে কি কি প্রভিশন রয়েছে, যেটা হচ্ছে ম্যারেজের মধ্যে ইন্টারপার্সোনাল রিলেশনশিপ এবং তার রাইটস রেমিডিয়াস সেগুলোকে সব দেওয়া হয়েছে এই পার্টিকুলার অ্যাক্টের আন্ডারে. এবার আমরা আসছি, we are coming to Hindu Succession Act 1956. So from the very word succession, you understand that it's about proprietary rights, like how the property devolves from the ancestor to the heirs. So in the family, like in general sense, you know that when the father dies, the property devolves to his heirs, like to his wife and his children, etc. And there are class of heirs that in later course of life, when you will study law, you will get opportunity to know in details. So here my object is just to give you a glimpse about the provisions of these laws broadly. So in general sense, you know that when the father dies in a family, his property devolves to the wife and his children. So there is some laws of succession, like when a person in a family dies, what will be the disposition of the property of the particular person? When he dies or when she dies, so where the property of the particular person will go, to whom it will go. It is governed by the provisions of Hindu Succession Act. Under Hindu Succession Act, what we learn? We learn about the class of heirs. And it is about Hindu Succession Act 1956. It is broadly about intestate succession. So there are two kinds of succession. One is when a person dies and his property naturally devolves to his legal heirs. It is called intestate succession. There is another kind of succession which is called testamentary succession, which is generally governed by Indian Succession Act. It is Hindu Succession Act, and that about testamentary succession we have Indian Succession Act. সেটা কি না, যখন আমরা উইল করি, যখন কোনো ব্যক্তি মারা যাওয়ার আগে তার প্রপার্টি কাউকে উইল করে দিয়ে যায়, जब एनी पर्सन बिफोर हिज डेथ उसका प्रॉपर्टी वो किसी को विल कर देता है, तो उसका जो लॉ है वो इट इज गवर्न बाय इंडियन सक्सेशन एक्ट. बट जनरली द इंटेस्टेड सक्सेशन, जब someone expires naturally उसका प्रॉपर्टी जिसका ऊपर जाता है उसका लॉ है हिंदू सक्सेशन एक्ट 1956 में. So all the provisions regarding, the devolution of property among the natural heirs, it is governed by the provisions of Hindu Succession Act, especially in cases of intestate succession, right? Next comes the provision of the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. These are the, principal acts under family law and especially under Hindu law. Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Hindu Succession Act 1956 and Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act